the time. And there was another famous one on Long Island where General Washington's troops had been captured, and he called on General Glover to come help them escape. And it's considered to be one of the most important battles. They were sure that General Washington's uh, troops would have been decimated basically if General Glover had not come in to help. And there, and if that had happened, we probably would have lost the Revolutionary War. So Marblehead prides itself in its maritime history. They have a great history of yacht sailing and yachting and sailing. As we passed the harbor, there were a lot of Marblehead Harbor a little while ago. There were a lot of sailboats out in the water, and that's part of Marblehead Race Week that's taking place right now. And there's a lot of people from all over the world racing. Um, Back on July 6th, they had the biannual
You know what? But first, be
um,
quiet.
Marblehead to Halifax, Nova Scotia race, which happens every other year, and it's been happening since 1905. It's a 360-mile race from Marblehead up to Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I got some information, and I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate, but I'll share it with you. It was a Marblehead yacht that won, and it was about 28 hours from what I understand. And I have someone nodding. So 28 hours making a 360-mile um, trip in a sailboat is amazing to me. But anyway, that's Marblehead prides itself on its history, on its maritime history. And as we're making our way into Salem, one of the things that I'm sure that you're interested in is some of the witchcraft trials that took place in Salem. I always thought when I was younger that the witch trials lasted forever and ever and ever, but they actually were only a little bit over a year long. In January of 1692 is when the first accusations were made. The first um, executions took
Well,
place
I
in
do,
June of
so shut up.
June 2nd. Bridget Bishop was the first one to be executed, and she was the first of 20 people that were put to death for witchcraft during the witch hysteria. 19 of them were hanged at Proctor's Ledge, which is very close to Gallows Hill, which they'd always thought for years and years that it was Gallows Hill, but it was actually, they found out later that it was a section of Gallows Hill called Proctor's Ledge. There is a memorial there to those people. There's also a memorial that I mentioned to some of you as I walked around, the Witch Trials Memorial here in downtown Salem in the Charter Street Cemetery. There is a stone designated for each one of the 20 people who were put to death with their name and the dates that they were put to death. It's free to visit, so I suggest that should be one of the things on your list if you're interested in witch trials. Um, and the interesting thing is that some of their families that are around today will go and leave little mementos on the stones, like to commemorate the birthdays or whatever. So it makes it much more personal and puts a face to the names that we're learned about. So I suggest that you maybe go there. Another place to visit is the Witch House. The Witch House is the only structure that is available to go into today that had direct to the Salem witch trials. It was the home of one of the judges of the witch trials. So all of the other things may have wonderful, wonderful reenactments and stuff, but there is no actual connection to the witch trials. So the witch houses would be on my list. A few doors down from that, if you have time, on Essex Street is the Ropes Mansion. If you're familiar with the movie Hocus Pocus, that was Allison's home, I believe. You can only go in and visit, I think, go on tours on the weekends, but they have beautiful gardens there that people can walk through. So again, those are just a couple of suggestions for some cultural things. Here, the Essex Museum is absolutely beautiful. The House of Seven Gables is an excellent so hopefully my little visits with you today about the books will help you to make some educated choices and help you just not waste too much time searching, and you can go and find what you want Again, thank